2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Taking a look at the 76ers, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. Well, when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors, one of the big questions was how Klay Thompson would adjust. He already had to share the spotlight with Steph, and now here's another superstar joining the fray. So that being said, a year into the experiment, how do you feel his role has shifted on this team?
Well, okay, go ahead, Shaq. Yeah.
Oh, you guys fight over it.
No,
you all both want to talk.
No, because we're going to share a role.
I was talking to Underdog the other day. I was anxious. Great question, Aaron. I was anxious to see who's getting most of the shots, and they're all taking the same amount of shots. You know, I think Klay's going to get a lot more wide open as a result of this move, but they're all taking similar shots.
Well, you know, Klay is probably the third option, but what a third option to have. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh. But he's probably getting easier shots than he's ever got in his career. The defense has to shift. They have to go double team. I'm sure he's not upset. And winning heals all ills.
That just about wraps it up.
Heals all ills? What the heck is
heals all ills.
Oh, ills. I thought you said heals all eels. Are we going fishing?
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. The Warriors are in the midst of a road trip going into this one.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype, or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Klay in the backcourt. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. And it's Pachulia in at the center, filling out the middle. And he makes that one. Great guards battling it out tonight, Brent. Who was the thorn in your side at the guard position back when you were playing?
Two guys for me come to mind, Kevin. One is a guy that's in the Hall of Fame. I think you might remember him. His name is Allen Iverson. And I specifically,
yes, I do recall him.
You heard about that guy. I remember specifically one time where Gary Payton and I, playing in the Seattle backcourt, had prepped for a game where he was going to take AI, I was going to guard Eric Snow, and I was thanking the heavens that that was the case for that night. We got to the game. Gary Payton turned to me at the jump ball and said, "You take AI." That's not fun.
No. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Simmons. No good that time. Durant with some nice D. He kicks it to Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Man, this is where KD is so versatile. The defense playing him to shoot. He spots the open man, hits them with the perfect pass.
Now here's Fultz. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Steve Kerr. David.
Kevin, he said that all 5 guys need to stay alert defensively at all times. You're playing a team where everybody can finish and everyone can throw it down. He said if you snooze for 1 second, those guys will run a back door and alley-oop on us. We have to be on our defensive game.
Thank you, David. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Simmons passes to Fultz. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The shot by Redick, no good. And Thompson kicks to Green. It's deflected.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
And Embiid throws it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Celtics.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Here's Curry with the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Fultz. Outside, Simmons. Left side, Saric. Over Green. Outside for Redick. Good on the 3-point shot.
The defense had better put J.J. Redick on a leash and trail him around. He's ready to fire as soon as he gets that ball.
Left side, Curry. It's good.
Man, he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll. For a long time, a lot of people would come up to me, including my dad, and tell me he was the face of the Warriors franchise. But after what Steph Curry has done, he has to be the face at this point. So many accolades and leading the team now to 2 titles in 3 years.
You know, Brent, Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA, as you were talking about moments ago. Certainly one of the best ever to play for the Warriors.
Well, there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time. And you think about how it is that Curry started his career, the ankle problems at Golden State, allowing him to sign the contract, really undervalued at the time. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry, one of the players who's a face not only of the Warriors, but of the league itself.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Shoots from 12. The Warriors pull it in. Pachulia's got his 3rd rebound tonight. From deep, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Pachulia. Curry's got 9. Here's Fultz. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And there's the feed to Simmons. That one, no good. Durant with some nice D. 3-on-3. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another three for Golden State.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Fultz with the ball. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Fultz. And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim. And above all, I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
And so he hits both.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just, he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Now here's Thompson. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Pachulia with the screen on Simmons. Here's Durant. Misses off the right iron.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Embiid sets the pick for Redick. In the corner, Simmons with it. 6 to shoot. Saric. Great D that time from Green.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Booker, he's checked in for Saric. Curry with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Thompson from long range. The 76ers trail by 5. Fultz kicks to Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Philadelphia.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Curry kicks to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Curry wide open. They get it again. It's tipped. And here's McConnell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. In the corner, Simmons with it. No good that time. Great D that time from Durant. He feeds it to Curry. Again, Curry missing. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Embiid. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
He misses the free throw. And some changes here for the 76ers. Justin Anderson comes in for Ben Simmons. And Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Redick. He hits the second from the line. And Brent, when some guys slam it home, they treat it like a normal play. Who are some of the guys that use the dunk as a tactic to fire up their teammates?
Well, I think we have some guys who are really spectacular when they finish, Kevin. Certainly anytime Blake Griffin gets to the rim, or DeAndre Jordan, where seemingly his head's up in there and slams it down, it fires up the crowd. But most of the time, it's the little guys that get you going the most. On the fast break, all of a sudden the ball gets to somebody on the wing, and to watch a little guy get up in the air with somebody underneath him and throw it down, that gets everybody off the bench and fired up.
So unexpected, Brent. That's a great point. He's off on the first. Well, you look at this Warriors team, so many players with height that can hit a three, bring the ball up court, and create a shot for someone else. Actually, Brent, it sounds a lot like you. That being said, do retired players ever dream of playing on a team like this talented?
Well, I think a lot of guys always think about when they're watching an NBA team play, especially ones that play a style with which you were very familiar with, that they want to put themselves out there on the floor and run the break and shoot threes. And yeah, I'm a little jealous about the way the Warriors go about their business. It would be a ton of fun to be spotted up with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry sitting out there on the wing. But a defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
And it's sent back by West. They recover it. Here's Johnson. Now Young. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. They grab their own miss. McGee. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Andre Iguodala. He's getting around 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Warriors leading by 3. Shot to stop the drought, and the shot no good, a bit short. Anderson passes to Johnson. McGee with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. McConnell in the corner. It's stolen by Livingston. Young left side. McGee sets the pick for Young. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McConnell kicks to Booker. Johnson with a screen on West. Johnson dishes to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Iguodala against Anderson. And staying with the play, Iguodala.
Iguodala does so many things well and stays after it. A relentless effort that time on the boards.
Now here's Bayless, defended by Young. And Bayless kicks to Booker. Back to Bayless. McGee with the block. And they'll keep possession. Now here's Livingston. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston. The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
McConnell kicks to Bayless. Poke loose. West with the steal. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Warrior lead. Here's McConnell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Johnson. Booker a screen on McGee. Looking to end the run. And McConnell gets it to go.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Pass to Young. Picked by West. And Young, here we go. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The pass to Anderson. Here's Booker. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Warriors leading by 9. Livingston passes to Young. McGee a screen. Livingston with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And here's West from the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Philadelphia's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. McConnell kicks to Booker to the left wing. Bayless from long range. Unable to get that one. And Golden State will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Well, they built up the big lead and then let the second unit get out there and do their work. And you're right, the guys coming in off the bench were spectacular. They put up a ton of points.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too, not saying I don't. But they're both fans, and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over there on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
We've got Johnson. Anderson is out there with Trevor Booker. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Bayless in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
Here's Livingston. He dishes it to Young. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the technical free throw is good. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward. And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Fultz. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Warriors leading by 9. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Gentlemen. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right, so in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents, and then of course the upcoming season.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the 76ers making a change here. Redick is checked in. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Kevin Durant comes in for Nick Young. Saric, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity, treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks, and the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
The 76ers trail by 11. Pass to Fultz. Got it. Good job in the low post. Fultz has got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Iguodala against Redick. The rebound by Johnson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Redick. 8 points his last outing. Anderson outside. Screen by Saric. Clock at 6. And Redick kicks to Fultz. Cans it from downtown. Fultz has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Shoots over Redick. And again, no good by Golden State.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Johnson the screen. Dishes to Fultz. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Livingston. A floater. It's stolen by Johnson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you. Warriors leading by 4. Feeds it to Livingston. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th
foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Embiid comes in for Johnson, and it's Ben Simmons in for Justin Anderson. Then for the Warriors, Pachulia. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Klay Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala, and Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, he picked up the ball clean. He has a sneaky court awareness that you have to be careful around. That time results in the steal.
Thompson misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Curry can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Saric passes to Reddick. Pachulia against Embiid. Curry with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
Great activity defensively. Draymond Green keeping the arms moving. Plugs up the passing lanes.
The 76ers trail by 4. Saric outside. Now the dish to Fultz. Over Curry. Second chance shot. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Pachulia. The Warriors shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Good D by Embiid.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. You just can't buy a bucket right now.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Green with the ball. Thompson for the triple. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got 8 points.
And if you're open, Draymond Green will find you. He's got a great feel.
76ers shooting 45% in quarter number 2. There's the screen. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Simmons.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Thompson kicks to Durant. Pachulia sets a screen for Durant. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Thompson for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Sweet touch on the 3 there. Thompson is a dead-eye threat from long distance.
Fultz kicks to Saric. Pachulia with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Curry, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
No doubt we could talk about them getting dominated physically. That's exactly what happened there. They got pushed around the entire game.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Fultz. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 11. McConnell passes to Booker. Back to McConnell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds. He brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Over the decades, the way the league has grown, phenomenal, due in no small part to the leadership. Brent, what are some of the key traits you've seen of these two great NBA commissioners?
I think the one thing about both David Stern and Adam Silver that they have done a great job with is that they're approachable. There doesn't seem to be a time, at least in an NBA player's career, where they don't feel like they could either call the office and within maybe a day or two hear from somebody from the league office. But the fact that both David Stern and Adam Silver find their way out to arenas throughout the regular season, come to see every team, that approachability, I think, far and away sets those two gentlemen aside.
The Warriors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. One thing with Klay Thompson, Brent, when he gets it going, he recognizes it and looks to take over games. You saw it when he led that huge comeback for the Warriors in the 2016 playoffs against the Thunder, and you saw it when he went for 37 points in a quarter.
There are just a few players in the league that can do some of the things, especially when they're hot, like Klay Thompson does. I even think back to last year during the finals, Klay Thompson struggling offensively and then all of a sudden coming up with a huge first quarter where he scored 16 points against the Cavs to help get the Warriors going.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
He got right to the cup using that screen. McConnell's got his second bucket tonight.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Floats one. Young from outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's McConnell. He's got 6. Here's Embiid, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Embiid's got 12 in the game. And here is Curry. Kicks to Young. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Curry. McConnell kicks to Redick. The feed to Simmons. Over Thompson, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
And that one misses. And Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
Here's McConnell after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And Booker kicks to Simmons. Stolen by Thompson. Outside Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Young's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Now here's Curry. A 20-point game for him in the win against Boston.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here's McConnell after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Now McConnell. He's got 6, down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
The Warriors have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Johnson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Anderson comes in for Simmons. Golden State also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. The Warriors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Now here's Bayless, defended by Young. Johnson the screen. And Bayless kicks to Booker. Back to Bayless. Over Young. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors ahead, finishing the quarter on a tremendous 8-0 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Draymond Green. Draymond, big front court on the other team. Was the game plan to make them adjust to you?
Absolutely. We know their size is what they were going to bank on. Pull them away from the rim a little bit. We were able to knock some shots down.
You look comfortable, and they did not. Thanks a lot, Draymond. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 22 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the key obviously was the huge scoring half by Klay Thompson. Because he plays with so many stars, he knows exactly when to be unselfish and when to push his own agenda. One of the quickest triggers in the league, and he gets it done on the defensive end as well.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really value each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Durant in at the 3. Green, no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Simmons dishes to Bayless. Screen by Sharch. 6 on the shot clock. Redick for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. He kicks it to Thompson. Pachulia. It's good on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Persistence from Pachulia. Say that 5 times fast, Kevin.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And the 76ers making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Green, the screen. Outside Durant. Thompson for 3. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
Pass to Fultz. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it. Beginning this half, 1 of 5.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 8. Here's Simmons. He feeds it to Sharch. Shot clock at 5. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Hey, Brent, you made the NBA playoffs in your second year. Talk about the mental preparation that goes into one's first postseason as a player.
I think it's always a special time, Kevin, just because of the unknown factor. And at that time, it was the Clippers, my second season, a team that was very young and inexperienced. And so it was all fresh and new. And the biggest challenge for any coach in that sort of predicament is to make sure that players are on task and focused. We certainly were not. The Utah Jazz took care of us, and that's because of one John Stockton and Karl Malone.
Curry passes to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Misses the wing J.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Fultz kicks to Embiid. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Embiid's got 17 now.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. Has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
Green, the screen. Curry kicks to Durant. Back to Curry. They double team Curry. Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight. And the 76ers call time here. There are a lot of great superstars in the NBA, Brent, but when you're talking about the most dangerous scorer in the league, I still think you've got to include Steph Curry in that conversation. He just does things that nobody else can do.
Well, nobody else in the league can do, and really nobody else in the history of the league has done. You think about Steph Curry in transition pulling up from 30 feet, and we really don't even bat an eye, and we expect that the ball's going in every time. What a transcendent player.
And here is Simmons after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And Durant sends it back.
The long arm of the law. Durant is not a premier shot blocker, but you wouldn't know it from that play.
Passes it to Embiid. He's feeling it. The Warriors pull it in. Pachulia's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Thompson dishes to Green. Over Sharch. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
And that one's good. Simmons.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
And Thompson kicks to Durant. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Well, for a long time, most media guides had Kevin Durant listed at 6'9". Most players and fans knew, Brent, that was dated information from when Durant first joined the league. He's clearly grown since entering the NBA.
It took a while for Kevin Durant to actually admit to the fact that he was 7 feet tall in shoes. So we finally have that tidbit of information that's so critical to whether or not Kevin Durant is a good player or a great player, right? I'm kidding, Kev.
It is. And Brent, in your younger years, your dad, of course, played for the Golden State Warriors. You have connections with the Bay Area, certainly. Any memories of watching the old Warriors team play?
Well, of course, Kevin. I was a ball boy when I was 4 years old, and I remember getting into the locker room and having a chance to get on the practice court and riding to the arena with my dad. And then my years in high school when I made my way there to watch Run TMC and spent my summers with Chris Mullin trying to get myself ready for the NBA. I love the Bay Area. I love where I'm from, and I have to admit it, I love the Warriors.
The 76ers trail by 19. Embiid with a screen on Curry. Embiid the screen. And there's Sharch on the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists now in this one. Golden State's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Picked by Pachulia. It's Curry outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 18 points.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Fultz, and he hits the jumper for 2.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 25. Good. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Curry. Fultz kicks to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Down low, 5 on the clock. Embiid, no good.
You got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
There's Curry, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
If you get Steph Curry in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not going to miss.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
Johnson, he's checked in for Embiid. And Golden State also making a change. McGee's checked in. Fultz with the ball. He's got 10. Outside, Redick. Johnson against McGee. Here's Fultz. Another miss by Philadelphia. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Green with a screen on Redick. McGee, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Livingston kicks to McGee, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Warriors.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing, and I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Now here's Livingston. And here is West. Layup off the pick. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And for the Sixers, Trust the process was the motto, and the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
And the second free throw, good. You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a log jam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Got a piece of it. Here's Simmons, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
The 76ers have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Now here's West. Pick by West. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer. Again, Iguodala missing. The 76ers trail by 20. Here's Sharp, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Sharp nails them both. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Saric. Justin Anderson comes in for Simmons. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Now, here's McConnell. He has 6. Here's Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. The Warriors, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
That free throw good from Anderson.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
One thing we've seen from the Warriors is that this team's ability to turn things on and just put teams away is remarkable. They hit a switch, the defense causes some turnovers, and in the blink of an eye, 10, 12, 15 points, and you're down big.
And it's West missing.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Now here's McConnell. Tight defense on him. Johnson kicks to Bayless. Now Young. 12 points for him. From the arc. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And that burst of scoring and intensity with the Warriors. You know, Brent, sometimes it feels like they only need to play 6 to 10 good minutes of basketball to win a game.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they do, Kevin, and then they let the defense take over. And I think that that's what's most amazing about this Warriors roster. It's relentless, but it's relentless on both ends of the floor. You sleep on defense, and offensively they take advantage. And if you're not sharp yourself on the offensive end, the Warriors are just too good down there. Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
The 76ers trail by 18. Now here's McConnell. He has 6. And the pass to Anderson. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered by McConnell. Livingston passes to Iguodala. He dishes it to Young. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Oh! How about a few tricks still left up the Andre Iguodala sleeve? Incredible at taking his time that time, but still getting to the rim.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Livingston. Shoots from 14. That one wide left. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Here's Bayless. Second chance shot. And Booker with a nice bucket inside. Booker's got 8.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Young. They get it back. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Warriors lead by 21. McConnell with it. He's got 7. Pass to Bayless. The tray. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 4 assists in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Livingston. Defense right on him. 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. And that one good. 10 points for him.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Here's McConnell. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And so it's the Golden State Warriors controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
And that's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Booker out there with Anderson. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then there's Embiid. And it's McConnell in at the guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by McConnell. Iguodala no good.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Booker left side. And it's sent back by West. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Iguodala outside. West dishes to McGee. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by McConnell. Clock at 4. Here's McGee. That shot off. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 18. And here's McConnell. Anderson the screen. Off the screen. The shot by McConnell, no good. The Warriors shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Dishes it to McGee. Down low. It's tipped. Feeds it to Livingston. Out to the right wing. Here's West. And he banks in the layup. And the Warriors lead by 20. Philadelphia has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Embiid the screen. The dish to Anderson. No good that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And here we go. The rebound by Anderson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. McConnell kicks to Embiid. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Iguodala. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And that's now 8 points for Andre Iguodala.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
McConnell passes to Embiid. Back to McConnell. Kicks it to Embiid. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. Young outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, the NBA has a new CBA, a collective bargaining agreement. How big a win is this for everyone involved?
I don't think the league has been in a better situation than it is right now, Kevin. And for the fact that labor discussions all took place behind closed doors without anything sneaking out underneath them, I think it was great for the league. It's been great for Adam Silver. It's been great for the Players Association. So it's nice to see the train keep rolling.
First free throw is good. Sharge checked in for Philadelphia. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You just watch the way the Warriors run their offense, and you have to think about the way that Steve Kerr had set things up. So many options and cuts on every play, using the three-point line to spread out the defense and find angles and niches to attack. Rarely relies on the ever-present NBA isolation plays.
Takes the 13-footer. Green with the block.
Well, I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
Got a hand on it, and there it is for him. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Sharge, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's now 10 points for Dario Saric. And with the fluid offense that Kerr has the Warriors running right now, Brent, it's as effective as it gets and has been for his whole tenure. The passing is just superb.
Well, it's an unreal offensive system with unreal shooters, Kevin. And so, you know, guys understand that if we keep moving around and we keep moving the ball, everybody's going to have a shot to make a shot and to make the kind of contributions to the team offensively that they're used to. The fantastic part about what Steve's done, though, is the accountability on the defensive end, as Golden State is one of the primetime defenses every year.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. And they always attempt to wear you out.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
The offensive rebound, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And the veteran Pachulia is a physical presence, a guy you hate playing against, but someone you love if he's on your team.
And he makes the first. When a team signs Pachulia, they're getting a solid center, Brent, but they're also getting an enforcer for their team.
Well, there are a lot of players in the NBA, Kevin, at the center position who are unwilling to accept maybe what the modern-day center has to do, especially a guy that doesn't have a tremendous amount of skill. That is set screens, go out and rebound, and be an enforcer. That's exactly what Pachulia provided for the Warriors in his first year.
There's a screen. Here's Embiid. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Picked by Pachulia. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Redick. The putback. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Lets it go from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
J.J. Redick, a professional shooter. He's got shooting down to a science.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Over Saric. Here's Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And Saric kicks to Simmons. Saric just screen on Green. Here's Simmons. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way, he's going to nail the shot.
Green dishes to Pachulia. Outside Durant takes a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
There's the pick. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Picked by Pachulia. Saric against Curry. From the wing. Some solid defense from Saric.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Simmons with it. Now Green defending. Simmons against Durant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Brent, it's amazing how the three-point shot has evolved and how much it's being used. And some teams now almost entirely perimeter-based. That three-point shot is the first thing out of their mouth. Can you see a team winning a championship that way?
I saw teams win championships. That's the Warriors and the Cavs. If you look at what they did from the three-point line and the type of damage they did, Kevin, that absolutely was a huge reason why they were championship contenders. You could even look at teams that are qualifying for the playoffs as usually 6 or 7 teams that are in each conference. Of those 8, Kevin, are proficient three-point shooting teams.
Curry passes to Pachulia. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Not giving up. Pachulia staying after that. And how about the throwdown?
Embiid the screen. Volts kicks to Saric. Inside. Embiid dishes to Saric. Really left alone that time. Saric has got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Green with a screen on Redick. Thompson passes to Green. Picked by Pachulia. Fires for 3. But they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you can see Fultz has the respect of the defense already. Sometimes they have to settle for whacking him on the way up.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. Warriors leading by 17. Curry kicks to Durant. And there's the feed to Thompson. Shoots over Redick. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Tries from 16. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Fultz. And Saric kicks to Embiid. Goes back up. Offensive rebound. Fultz. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Green, the screen. It's Durant on the wing, covered by Redick. It's Curry outside, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Saric, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Here's Curry. He kicks it to Durant. Over Simmons. Durant with another miss. The 76ers trail by 16. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You gotta admire the hard work by Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. And here are the Warriors now. Curry kicks to Durant. From past the arc, and there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 17. 1:33 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Young's checked in for Klay Thompson. And McCaw is subbed in for Steph Curry. Another miss by Philadelphia. Warriors leading by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3. It just seemed to pay off for him.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Klay Thompson.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Good on the shot.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Here's Booker. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
The kick out to Young. Iguodala outside. Green against Booker. Green dishes to Iguodala. Stolen by Anderson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it goes on Draymond Green. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. 7 seconds left in the fourth. Here's McCall. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Steph, what was the key that had your offense going so well tonight?
Obviously, guys have to make shots, and when we're creating and moving our bodies and the ball's moving, we're not turning it over. You know, we're tough to guard, and everybody had confidence tonight to go out there and make plays. So that's contagious, and we got to find that next game if we want to keep this going.
Obviously, the way you guys want to play, Steph. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.